countries and the capitals. So when they come into the upper elementary classroom, they have the pin maps, what we call pin maps, because each map, each continent map has a box that will have pins in it. And each pin has a flag, and they're different colors. The green are the countries, the red, the cities, the blue, all the water forms, well, not all, but some of the major water forms on the map for this particular continent. And then, let's see, the yellow. This one just has two. The yellow would be some points of interest or some landmarks, some landforms that are on the continent. For example, this one here, the Andes Mountains. So when they do the work in the lower elementary, when they come up to upper elementary, they have a really good idea of where the countries are. So they're able to sort out the green labels and place a lot of the countries very easily. If they have a few questions, well, then that's when we go more into using the resources that we have in the classroom, the atlas, maybe some special books on the continent, or going to the library and using some of the books from the library. So we always have all these resources in the classroom form. And we also have, for the teacher's benefit, the control maps. So, and the students, they like to check and see, but they like to figure it out themselves first and then go back if they get stuck. This one is nowhere on any of the maps, so they can refer to the control maps that we have. They're more detailed because the cities, over here they just have the capital cities, where here they have the major cities. And as they're putting everything out, they start noticing more that the major cities are certain parts of the map. So it starts getting into, in the upper elementary, the economy of the continent. So you notice that the bigger cities, the more important cities, are closer to the waterways because of the exports and the imports. So there's so much more communication going on with this. It's like, wow, this is really, and they can start talking about the different needs and how that's done. With this work, the collaboration with the students. Many of them will choose to work with someone else. And you find you work on this country and I'll look for this one over here, and then they get together and they put it on to complete the one work. So there's a lot of that. It's something that they want to do. You know, it's a choice that they want. It's not, you know, you have to do this. We have 7 continents they can study. They can do whatever country. We have one student in the classroom who is a whiz at the European map. And and a lot of the students know that. They'll say, oh, I want to work with Alexander because he knows the Europe map, and I want to get further on my map. And so he'll sit there and, oh, that goes there, that goes there. And he does. He knows the map better than I do. So the 4th year students, when they do these, they have a folder then. Once they have found them and put them in the pin map, then they can write them down on their own individual map. Sometimes they'll, in one sit down when they do it, maybe this is all they have on their map and they'll write it down. But the next time when they get it out, oh, I remember where this one was, and they can very easily just find it and put it on it again. So, but this is Australia. This student has done several. Africa, probably 1 times. He's done a good amount of it already. And then they label it with the colors too, so that they know. So 4th graders do that. This is a 4th grade year, yeah. There are times, well, our Montessori, the older students, this is one of their favorites, because we allow them to choose, make some choices of anything in the classroom that they really like. And the pin maps, we have two sets of pin maps in the classroom, and they were completely empty. Because that was something, oh, they just love the pin maps and finding it and researching it. Atlases. They were all working on the pin maps. which was a great opportunity to make sure, oh, well, let's see, make sure all the pieces are there. So they did. They took a lot, and it was a challenge for them to get everything out and complete the entire map in one day.
Use those when you're like right now you're studying like Aztec or Incas.
It's a good relation. Yeah, they can easily, when there's, for example, the Aztecs, they can go back and, oh, I remember on this map, you know, they can relate to that they have done.
I had a student on the North America map that was, well, this is where they had the earthquake. This is where the.
And the PIM map work ties into biome work, right?
Yes, we have a work that this fourth year students again will take out, and each continent goes over the needs that Ms. Sue was talking about for that particular continent, their dress and their homes, and also the animals that are in that particular